There's a look at one of the most iconic sports venues in the lower 48, built back in 1957 under the title of City Stadium. We are at Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Tonight, we wrap up Week 3 with a good Monday nighter here between the Minnesota Vikings and the Green Bay Packers. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. Fielded just outside the goal line. Here's Rodgers throwing quickly to the flat. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. An early statement on the game's first play. 18 yards and a first down. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in third in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first, because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing is Rodgers. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
So we just called his name on the previous snap, and they go right back to him, Charles, for a second consecutive completion.
Yeah, I think what we're discovering on this drive is that he feels like he has answers no matter what defense you throw up there. He reads it, finds the open spot, and is available for the completion.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Rodgers now to throw. And this is caught inside the 5. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. 2nd and goal from the 1. He'll try again, and he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. A great effort there with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Packers put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. Taken in at the 3. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He finds his man, complete. That's Black. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. A first carry here for Nwangu. He's got it to the 43 here. Well, this defense for the Packers, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Cousins. They'll check that down to Nwangu out of the backfield. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
That's a pretty play there coming out of the backfield. But as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. When you get out in open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up ahead of steam. Make sure you keep it close to your body because those defenders are trying to punch it free. He does a nice job there protecting the ball and picking up a first down.
Play fake. Cousins. Throw left side complete. That's Black. Touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Joseph connects on the extra point. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Jump out! Inside. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
Here's Rodgers. A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
Hey, 88.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Rodgers throwing quickly out wide. And some room to work. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. These two teams all tied after one. Line of scrimmage, the 9. Second and about a yard. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
Inside.
Here's Rodgers to throw. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Packers have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. Well, not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a mishit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field position for your defense.
First down, here's Cousins. Drops this off with Nwangu. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
On second down, here's Nwangu. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3. Because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that will be a crushing blow to the defense.
And this will be a Packers first down as he's got this up to about the 34-yard line.
And this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Rodgers. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And incomplete on the deep ball. The Packers hit 2-0 here to begin the season, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Rodgers will try again on 2nd down. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 44-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. A quick throw complete into the flat out left. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7. Rodgers now on 1st down. That's taken in by Watson. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. 61 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Right back to him on 1st down. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. And it's a Packers touchdown. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Packers would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. Cousins on first down. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander, and he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. Take it in at the 3. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
They just do get the playoff. Now Cousins. And that's dropped underneath to Nwangu. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Going for the deep ball. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football.
As they started that drive, I think they looked at the scoreboard and said, this is a manageable deficit, guys, but let's go ahead and start cutting it down right here. Instead, an interception happened, so a 2-possession game might become 3. So as we get going here in the second half, this could rapidly reach the point where there isn't enough time left for a comeback if their defense doesn't bail them out.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force the incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Rodgers. He's going to air one out. And this is going to be intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And the Vikings are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
Hey, we're good, we're good. first.
Following the interception, Cousins. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Now Cousins. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
That's 48.
In motion left here, one of their tight ends. Now a give running left is Nwangu. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Jahan! Listen to me. Zebra. Good route there.
Now Cousins on 4th down. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
Well, it all came together on that one, didn't it?
Big-time throw on 4th.
Now that had to feel good, didn't it? Taking that type of a gamble there and making it pay off. What a throw.
And tough as a receiver because no matter how perfect the pass, you know it's 4th down and you got to convert.
A little bit of extra pressure, but he overcame it.
On 1st down, they'll run with Nwangu. And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on second down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Another run now for Nwangu. And this will be a Vikings first down as he's able to take this up to the 30-yard line.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Give left side here for Nwangu. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. To throw it is Cousins. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Rocky Sin. And the Packers are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Boy, Charles, that is now 3 interceptions in 3 consecutive drives, and you can see he's just got a look of disgust and bad body language, understandably, as he walks off the field.
And I think it comes from the fact that he's not sure what he sees down the field, Brandon. I don't know if he's seeing ghosts. I don't know if he just can't read defenses. I'm not sure what it is, but that's why he's frustrated. And think about the defense right now. Every time they run on the field, they've gone from hoping to intercept a pass to expecting to intercept passes. Their confidence at an all-time high right now.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Have to give credit for a nice play there, but also have to look at it as a blown assignment. He became a free runner that turned into a free hitter.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. This one complete to Tunyon underneath.
And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. They'll try and run for it. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down marker at the Vikings 32. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. On play action, Rodgers. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
4th down and no hesitation from Matt LaFleur as he sends out the field goal unit. This to make it a 3-score game late. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
But, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Making that play on the pass rush, that's Devontae Wyatt.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football.
Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Packers. Christian Watson, 37 yards. And the Packers are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 24. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. A fairly short kick from the 14, and he won't quite make it to the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film section in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Cousins, wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Cousins now to throw on 1st down. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
They go play action. Cousins. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 25-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Packers pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give them 7 there on the first down carry.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. 114 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Hands it off out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. From the gun, he'll hand this off. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And this will be a Packers first down as he's got this past the 35 to about the 37. So it's all over.